Kwa majina yangu naitwa Mr. Mwaura. Nashukuru sana kwa Mr. President William Samoei Ruto.
I may not be your best, and I don't claim to be, but I'm the one you have.
So today is the interview happened, and I think people don't thank the president enough for whatever he's doing, because whatever he's doing is new to us. A president who is available for questioning, as much as he lied throughout the interview and the interrogation, but at least he shows up. Because Uhuru never did it, Kibaki could have never done it, Moi, you all know, could have never done it. But I think the best question he was asked was the one where Keter was kidnapped. But we all know he had to deny it. But the good thing is that they showed him the video, even if he was denying it, he had the facts. So he couldn't dodge it as much as he always does. So the interview was quite a success and also a failure. Because where does it leave us? Because will the Gen Z meeting with Ruto happen? And who will those Gen Zs that will have to meet him? Because currently, the movement started well. The movement was positive. The movement was almost like a real movement. But as always, the government finds its way of dividing us. And currently, if you're on Twitter, you have realized that the movement is kind of divided. And now it's almost like the millennials have taken the movement again. Because people like Francis Gaido, people like Kimanzi, people like Babu, they have taken the movement again. So the movement might no longer be the Gen Z one. Because the Gen Z were pushing for a peaceful demonstration, and they had like you could see the motivation, you could see the motive. The motive wasn't for people's properties to be destroyed. The motive wasn't for people to abuse or fight the police in a violent manner. And the people who are even standing up for the real Gen Z, people like Caliph Cairo, they've been branded names. They've been fought with these old millennials to a level that even him, from his last video, it seems like he's quit. Because personally, I believe if there was to be a meeting and if I wanted to feel represented, the meeting was supposed to have people like Cairo. The meeting was to have people like Boniface Mwangi. I feel like as much as people want to say they were paid, but they've always had honest intentions. Because I believe people like Francis Gaido, I don't think they have because there must be a conversation between the Gen Z and Ruto, and the conversation we must have sane representatives, not people who are just wrong. Because there are people who if you send there based on their stupidity and their anger and them not having anything to lose, they'll make the conversation worse. So there are some people who you shouldn't send there. You should send someone who has something to lose. And the person who has the most to lose amongst most of the Gen Zs was Cairo, because he has a business which can be affected by the taxes. He has employees who will be affected by the taxes. But since we allowed even people like Kibe, to overtake the movement, now the movement is almost like dead. We attack the TikTokers who were on the front line. So now it's a leaderless movement, but the movement, each and every day, people are claiming that they're leaders of the movement. And the people claiming to be leaders of the movement, the people who might sit with Ruto, will be the people who never went to the demonstration, will be people who have nothing to lose, will be people who are just wrong, will be people selected by Ruto. Like the first guy who had stood was his leader of youth or something. So what's the best case scenario for us? There's some people who should be there, but they won't be there. because there's this thing which we do as a country where we enjoy bullying people. So it's almost like a trend, and with that, at times we lose the best people to that, because uh, people have the right to their opinions. People have right to their points of view. So Cairo's biggest problem was that he told his fan base not to go to State House, especially after the army was deployed there. So people like Francis Gaido and people like Oguda, who we really fought for to be freed, they were advising people to go to State House where the army has been deployed. So it's almost like you're sending people to their death and you're not there. Like you're just tweeting, and you know that you have a following, and there might be some crazy guy who might risk it all. But what's the win? If we had to lose 24 lives for the president to reject the bill, how many lives have to be lost for him to say that, I resign? How many? And if anyone questions that, then you're a sellout. Because there is no winning. You're going to a state house that is reinforced with the army, not police, with the army. The army, the type of guns they have, the type of vehicles they're driving around the environs of the state house, it will be like impossible to break through that tight security. So it's almost like you are sending other people's children to go and die. Because if people like Oguda really believed in occupying state house, they could have been at the front line, not just tweeting. If people like Francis Gaido believed in occupying state house, they could have been on the front line. But now you want to send other people's sons and daughters to go and just for you to feel nice about yourself. Man, since this millennium, some of these millennials who I really respect to good, I really respect Francis Gaido, but them propagating and championing for war at the time when it's almost impossible to win, because there was a moment where it could have been the moment we breached parliament, it could have been easier to breach state house, but the moment Ruto beefed up the security for state house, it's almost impossible. So anyone telling you to go and occupy state house just wants you to go and meet your creator. So the movement has lost its meaning. So people who will be going to the streets on Tuesday, what are you going to fight for? Because the real fighters of the movement, people are quitting day after day, because people are realizing that the movement has been overtaken by millennials, some crazy millennials and some delusional Gen Zs now. So it's no longer a fight for the Gen Zs. So unless we reorganize ourselves and come back better and more united, then it's all for. Because there's also an issue that a guy kidnapped himself just for clout. So it started. It was a pure thing. It had a clear motive. But now, what's the real motive we're going to fight for? Because we started by reject the finance bill, of which we've succeeded in that. But now immediately we're going to Ruto must go. There are better ways to remove Ruto from office, but going to state house is not one of them. Going to like it's the fastest way to unalive yourself. It's the fastest way to go and meet your creator. If the police can if the police can shoot a kid more than 8 times, an innocent kid in Rongai was just going about his duties, and he was shot multiple times. So imagine you with your dumb brain, with your fried up brain, showing up at State House. You'll be gone. You'll be gone. So anyone that's telling you to go pick him, ensure he goes with you, because some of them, like Francis, can't even run. I think there was a video of him. There was a video I saw of him going to a demonstration. He's a guy that even can't really demonstrate. Can't really demonstrate. Doesn't have discipline or how to keep a diet. Then that's the guy that's telling you to go and occupy State House. That's the guy that's telling you to go and occupy State House. Man, some of this, as much as we are blaming the boomers for destroying the economy, as much as we are blaming the Gen X, some of these millennials are also just uh, warmongers, because it's a lie, and they've destroyed our movement. They keep destroying our movement. So, as a generation, we should go back to whatever is at hand. We should know who is with us and who is against us, because the government is divided. The Gen Z movement is also divided, and if the more we keep our division has started from us calling others traitors, then it will go to a level that we'll start seeing tribe, we'll start seeing religion, because that's how it starts. That's how it works for those people. So the government is playing the card where Gachagua is blaming the DPP, Ruto is blaming the Inspector General, Ruto is speaking at a different conference, Gachagua is speaking at a different conference. So the same narrative, the same script, we also taking the same script where we point fingers at others. Because we should allow contrary opinions. Because the main goal is for a better Kenya. That should be the main goal. And we should allow and respect other people's opinions too. And the saddest video I saw today was Cairo quitting the movement. Because if the few people I would have believed to represent us before the president will have been him. The few people I believe can confront the president to a sane and logical level, people like Boniface Mwangi. I don't think Kibe will say anything meaningful to the president. I don't think. I don't think Francis Gaido, if he meets the president, I don't think he'll say anything meaningful to the president. So who are the right people to represent us, and will those be the Gen Zs that we'll see on television? Because the Gen Zs I'm seeing claiming to be Gen Zs, they're not. They are not. So the movement it will die the slowest death, and it will die the most painful death, having achieved the greatest achievement ever, and other countries are celebrating us. But here, our heroes we've turned them into villains. Now, soon, some of them will not want to associate themselves with the movement again. People like Hanifa, they were even kidnapped. Man, just some respect for them for what they have done continuously, because they would have been doing something better, but they are fighting for.